Hello guys, it's your boy eFootball Goat. Welcome back to another video. So guys, today we are going to be reviewing David Moyes of West Ham United. So he is known as e.greening in eFootball. So let's check out the manager details. So guys, before we start, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment and share and stay safe out there. So his offensive and defensive formation is 4-2-3-1. So you can increase his management skills if you have management skill token. So his offensive tactics is 4-2-3-1, and his attacking styles is counter attack. Build up is long pass. Attacking areas is center. Positioning is he maintain formation. Defensive styles is all out defense. Containment area is wide, and pressing is aggressive. So let's check out his defensive tactics. So his defensive tactics is literally same as his offensive tactics. So it's not that bad. It's not even bad. It's good. So let's see the kind of players we need to use in this formation. So I've set up everything already. So I'll just explain to you why I'm using these players. So in the center forward, use a good posture with good finishing and speed is highly recommended. But if you don't have a good posture, you can use any type of center forward, maybe forcing the boss, target man, but make sure they have a very good finishing. So speed is highly recommended for a center forward. So in the left midfield and in the right midfield position, make sure you use a player with good finishing, good dribbling, good speed. So it's highly recommended, and good in tight possession and good with passing, be it low pass and lofted pass. So it's highly recommended you use these kind of players. So you can use Sancho here. You can use Rangis here. So there are other players who can play in this position. So if you have a left wing forward player like Mane, they can play in this position. Like Sancho, they can play in this position. Like Salah, they can play in this position. So let's talk about the AMF. In the AMF position, this AMF will be the one doing most of the passing, the final passing to the center forward. So you need someone with a very good passing, a very good dribbling, be it low pass and lofted pass. The player need to have it. So you can use a creative playmaker here. You can use a whole player. You can use a classic 10. It doesn't matter. What matters, the player need to have a very good passing, a very good dribbling, and good in tight possession, because this player, the containment area is center. So you attack, the attacking area is center. You attack from center. So you need to attack from center. So when you're attacking, you need someone with a very good passing. So your AMF need to be very, very good with the ball. So the person needs to be very, very good with passing, be it low pass or lofted pass. And finishing and speed is an added advantage. So the formation came with two defensive midfielders. So you can choose to play one defensive midfielder and one central midfielder. It's your choice, or you can choose to play two central midfielders. It's your choice, but I'm sticking with the two defensive midfielders. So if you're going to use two defensive midfielders, make sure they are good defensively, like their defensive attributes are very, very good, because that is what this formation is all about, a very good defensive midfielder. So as you can see, Kimmich defensive awareness is not that great in this for me in this start. Is not, because he's got more of an offensive attribute. So I'm just playing him there because he can play literally as a central midfielder, or as I can use him in the attacking area, but I can choose to bring in a central midfielder of McTominay. So, but I just love this Kimmich because of his offensive attribute, which is very, very good. But in the other defensive area, I have someone who is very, very good defensively. So I have Vieira, who is very, very good both offensively and defensively. So as you can see, this Vieira is very, very good. So his physical contact, balance, stamina, defensive awareness, ball winning and aggression is very, very good. So this is why I'm using Kimmich, because I know Vieira will sit back or support too. This Vieira is the boss to boss one. You can choose to use the Destroyer Vieira. I have the Destroyer Vieira, so that one is also very, very good. So you can choose to use Destroyer Vieira or the boss to boss Vieira. So I don't like using a destroyer. He's very, very aggressive. So I use the boss to boss. So when it comes to the fullback, you can use the defensive fullback or offensive fullback. It doesn't matter. Just make sure the fullback you are using is very, very fast. Make sure they have a very good speed and a decent passing. That is it. So offensive fullback support attack, defensive fullbacks don't support attack. So in the center back, make sure you use a center back that is very, very good defensively. So you can use one build up like Beckenbauer and one destroyer like Puyol. So you can also use an extra front man. It doesn't matter that much like Sergio Ramos, but you know that extra front man, they go forward a lot. They stay out of position a lot, like they support attack and they might expose your back line. So that is it. The first 11, why I'm using this first 11. So the goalkeeper, you can use a defensive or offensive goalkeeper. As for me personally, I love defensive goalkeepers. So you can use offensive goalkeeper, no problem. But remember, offensive goalkeepers, they rush out when the opponent is attacking with the ball or trying to score. But defensive goalkeeper, if you don't push them out, they're not going to come out. So on the bench, you can just put one right midfield forward, one left midfield forward, one center back, a super sub like Haaland or any other super sub or any other good CF. So you can put one defensive midfielder or one central midfielder, is your choice. So you can put one AMF and one goalkeeper in case of a red card or injury. So that is how you use this formation. So let's head to gameplay to see how this formation will perform.
Well, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence in this part of the world. They've been talking about this one for a while and they have rolled up to it in fantastic numbers. You should have seen the roads outside the ground in the hour or two leading up to it. It has been bumper to bumper, the traffic has been extraordinary, but the level of expectation is also very, very high. And these supporters who were queuing round the block for their tickets as soon as we knew the date of the fixture, well, now they can't wait for it to begin. And begin it will any second now. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
You know, Peter, I'm pretty sure Johan Cruyff will be looking to dictate the tempo here in the only way he can. One of the all-time greats and the man who revolutionised tactics in introducing a whole new philosophy and a whole new style.
It's safe to say he is a pretty special player too.
And inspirational to my generation as well.
So everybody is talking about this major new managerial appointment. It's hard not to join in that conversation. What do you think he'll bring to them, Jim?
Look, he has a great reputation for bringing out the best in play.
Has a goal! He's pulled off a fine save.
Ronaldinho simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
He's through the middle. Khan deals with it effortlessly. It's Ronaldinho. And here's Rashford. Yeah. And here's Messi. Oh, what's it? It's Rashford! They've scored! That was a given. It always was.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they paid the price and deserved to.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
That always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. Could be a... He's had a go! It's anyone's ball. And he just whacks it away. Oh, great ball! Kimmich. And now they can launch a counter. Rashford brings the ball forward. Rashford just doesn't give up. You just know he'll be in there again before long.
Well, he was thinking about headlines, I'm sure, but he ought to focus more on breaking lines.
Cut out in the nick of time. Chaleta Shah. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Hoists it forward. Out towards the flank. Keeper's ball. Oh, it's the half-time whistle. And here we are, off they go for half-time. The Defence did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It was very, very tight.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're already back underway here.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get...
Has a hit! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Iniesta. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. And the shot! Yes, it's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
He's going after it. Forward it goes. Ronaldinho. Clearance and very necessary. That's been won straight back. It's a loose ball. Now tries a shot! They've done it! And they've got their lead back. Jim, your thoughts?
Rashford was the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for him.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And here's Cruyff. Vinicius Junior provides an outlet. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. Triol. And it's got through. It's come loose.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Rashford.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Shapes to shoot. So close to drawing level.
Yeah, he was just a little too eager to get his chance away there, and it could have level matters.
Gets it back. Decent looking ball. Rashford.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Iniesta. It's Rashford. Almost there, and the players can feel it. This could fall anywhere. And that will be the final act. Well, whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Look, this is a good win for me. They know they've got the organisation and the discipline, and that's what gave them the platform.